We, the jury, in the above entitled matter as to count 1, unintentional second-degree murder while committing a felony, find the defendant guilty. This verdict agreed to this 20th day of April 2021 at 1:44 p.m. Signed. Same caption, verdict count 2. We, the jury, in the above entitled matter as to count 2, third-degree murder, perpetrating an eminently dangerous act, find the defendant guilty. Verdict count 3. We, the jury, in the above entitled matter as to count 3, second-degree manslaughter, culpable negligence, creating an unreasonable risk, find the defendant guilty. Members of the jury, I will now read the verdict.
That guilty verdict comes after 10.5 hours of deliberation, where jurors found former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin guilty on all counts. Now, Chauvin remained emotionless as that verdict was read. And meanwhile, in Minneapolis, people gathered outside the courtroom and in anticipation. And tonight, we're taking a deeper dive into that verdict, and we have reaction from the community and several guests joining us live tonight to weigh in on that jury's decision. But first, let's go ahead and take a look back and see how we got exactly where we are. On May 25th of last year, George Floyd was at a convenience store when a cashier suspected that he was using a counterfeit $20 bill. That cashier called police, who attempted to arrest Floyd before physically overtaking him. Footage from that day shows former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin kneeling on Floyd's neck for nearly 10 minutes. Floyd went into cardiac arrest and died a short time later due to lack of oxygen. In June of 2020, the Minneapolis Police Department fired Chauvin and 3 other officers involved in the arrest, and those other officers will also stand trial in August of this year. Today, Chauvin was charged with second-degree unintentional murder, third-degree murder, and second-degree manslaughter. Meanwhile, George Floyd's family gathered together in a room as the verdict was read in court just hours ago, and here's a look at their reaction.
Intentional second-degree murder while committing a felony, find the defendant guilty.
Floyd's brother says 2020 was a very emotionally draining year, losing not only George, but also his mother. Today, Felonious Floyd called for peaceful protest ahead of the verdict, no matter what. Floyd celebrating the conviction tonight alongside his family as they feel a bit of justice has now been served. And within the last hour, President Biden spoke about the guilty verdict, saying that the trial was a step towards justice for the Floyd family. And this comes after he said he prayed long and hard for the right outcome of the trial.
There are systemic racism that's a stain on our nation's soul. The knee on the neck of justice for Black Americans. Profound fear and trauma, the pain, the exhaustion that Black and brown Americans experience every single day.
Today, Vice President Kamala Harris also joined the president in speaking out about the verdict. Harris says that while the decision is a step in the right direction, there is still a lot of work that needs to be done to policing and the justice system at large. On Monday, the president called Floyd's family to offer his condolences and talk with them about the trial.